from. So, hi everybody, my name is Coach Jane. I am a transformational mindset coach. I work with individuals, that is youths, women, men, everybody, anybody who is inspired or wants to improve their mindset, or they want to include change in their lives. I love what I do. I am a mentor as well. So I just enjoy what I do. It gives me that nostalgia. It just gives me that joy to work with people. So I'm with my co-host today, Coach Jay. I will let you introduce yourself and then we can start the day's discussion. Over to you.
Simple and easy. My name is Coach Joyce Lloyd. Most
Mm-hmm.
people call me Dare to Glow Coach because my mission in life is to help people
Mm-hmm.
glow. Sometimes we don't know what we want, yet we know what we want. So I help you discover that in you. I'm more
Mm-hmm.
of a women empowerment coach, but also a mindset coach. So that is why I'm all about purpose. I'm all
Okay.
about ambition, like you realizing your purpose in life, because sometimes we don't know what our purpose is. So I think that's all I could say about myself. Thank you so much, Coach Jay.
Okay. Okay, so today we are talking about mindset shift, or we are talking about goal focus in today's unpredictable environment. And when we say about goals, it's all about everything that encompasses your life. We have different goals. We have fitness, we have health, we have relationship, we have so financial goals. There's so many goals. And then when we say unpredictable, we are talking about things to do with anything. It doesn't have to be COVID, something as big as COVID. It doesn't have to be an accident. It could be you've changed a relationship. How does that affect your goals? It could be you've moved location, you've gotten a transfer, you've gotten a promotion. How does all this affect your goals? So I will let you, Coach Jay, bless us with the first point and also give us your opening keynotes.
All right, thank you so much, Coach Jay. So,
Mhm.
what I would say about goals focus in today's unpredictable environment is one thing: we never know what is going to happen sometime.
Mhm.
And just like Coach Jay said, there are things that happen. You get a job, a promotion, you get transfer, you even move houses, friendships happen. So do you have goals for all these things? What exactly do you want out of your friends? What exactly? So you should always have a goal for whatever you do in life in this unpredictable environment, especially. So I love using the word fast, FAST,
Okay.
which means frequent, ambitious, specific, and transparent. I
Okay.
don't know if I should go in explanation. Can I go in details about it, what it means?
Yes, please.
Okay. So the first letter, which is F, it
Mm-hmm.
means frequent. Do you
Okay.
frequently visit your goals? You know, especially the goals of the things that you're aiming at. Like, for example, Anje, I've come to a point where NLP has helped me. Using the NLP methods have helped me understand that you cannot make 5-year plan or 3-year plan or 2-year plan without breaking it down. So that's
Chunk.
why it's always, yes, chunk it down. So that's why they
Yes.
advise, if you're making a plan of 1 year, at least chunk it down into monthly, weekly,
Mhm.
so that it's easier for you to achieve them. Otherwise, it's no use for you to make goals that you're not going to be able to achieve. Some
Very
things are unpredictable, just like we said. You could be given a promotion, but all this time you were preparing yourself unknowingly for this promotion, because you can't be promoted if you're not achieving, anything.
very
So
true.
I feel A is frequently, always, always, always visit within yourself, your mind, even people around you.
Mm-hmm.
Always discuss with yourself, frequent your goals, the things you want to achieve in your life. Then the next letter is A. A is for ambitious.
Okay.
Goals should be ambitious. You should be ambitious about what you want in life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the environment is unpredictable, but what about the things that are predictable for you, the things that you want to achieve and you can achieve knowingly? How about you be ambitious about them? So that is
Mm-hmm.
all I could say for A. And then for S, specific. Goals should be specific
Mm-hmm.
because that is the only way they can be achieved. They should be measurable. Like I was saying in the first one, break them down. You can't
Yeah.
say, oh, this is my plan for 1 year. Okay, and then this is my plan to build a house in 1 year. How? You have a foundation of that house. You
Mm-hmm.
have to take it to the brim. You have to roof it. What is your plan on making all those things happen? You break it down.
Yeah.
Monthly, I want this done. By this time, I want this done. By this time, I want this done. You know? And
Mm-hmm.
somehow your plans will come to life because you have broken them down and now you're trying to achieve them. So when you become specific with your goals, you are able to achieve them. Then T is transparent.
Mm-hmm.
So goals should be transparent for everyone. Everything you do should be transparent because the only way you achieve them is if they are transparent to you and to maybe the people you want to achieve goals with. Like for example, Jay, lots of things we wanted to achieve, we've always been transparent about them. We talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
We measure them, planning on when we want them to be achieved. That is measurable,
Yeah.
not just saying, oh, you know what, we are going to do this. When do you want it done? you know so it's
Very.
always it's always good to be so specific about your goals in this unpredictable environment. So
Mhm.
I'll transfer it back to you. I think I've talked enough.
Actually, you've covered a chunk of points or a number of points that they're key. Like, for example, the one you're talking about, transparent, you want to do something, but you're not very specific in it. This is an example where I say there's a difference between these two sentences. When I say I want to lose weight and I say I want to lose 5 kgs in 3 months, these two sentences, they're very, very different. The person who says I want to lose weight, they never specified in how long. It could be 1 year, 2 years, 1 month. But this
Within
other person,
3 years.
even 5 years, 10 years. But this other person, but this other person who has decided to say, in 3 months, I want to lose 5 kgs. So this person is going to track. That leads to my point number one. Do you track your progress when you set a goal? Do you track it? How do you know you've achieved, or how do you know you've moved from stage A to stage B of your goal? Because yes, things can be unpredictable, but how are you handling it? Do you know how far you've gotten, or you're just going to sit and wait? Okay, I want to, like you said, build a house. You just sit and wait. I want to build a house. Have you done the foundation? Have you even looked for the engineer to do for you the plans? So you have to track your progress so that you can know where you are. If anything comes, anything unpredictable comes, you are able to pick up from where you left. You just don't know where you are. You know where you stopped, and you know where you can move on from. So that was my first point. Track your progress.
Very true. Track your progress. Trackable is your basically you're trying to say, is your goal trackable? Can you
Mhm.
track it?
Yes.
So my second one is going to be continuous, which is basically consistency is the key.
Mhm.
Yeah, most cases we have goals like, you know what, for example, a house is a very good example. I want to build a house.
Mhm.
I want to build a house. I want to build a house. What are you doing about it? You know, are
Mhm.
you having are you having goals that are trackable? That was your point, Jay. But when I
Yeah.
add on your point, what you said, continuously building on that, on having your goal being tracked, is consistency. For example, the first thing is you have a plan. You
Yeah.
know what? By the next 2 months, I want my foundation done. Okay. Trust me, you're going to get it done because you've given yourself a period of time, and you're
Mhm.
going to be consistent because you're tracking your progress
Yes.
of your goals. But the moment you're not specific. I'll go back to actually my my fast, the term fast. If you're
Yeah.
not specific with exactly how and when you want it done, it is very hard for you to be consistent on making sure it happens in that period of time, because consistency is key. If you tell yourself, in the next 2 months, I want the foundation done for the house, that means
Mhm.
you're going to make sure the builders are coming every day, or there's
Mhm.
someone supervising, even if you're not there in person, or at least everything is being done in that specific time so that you achieve your goal, so that it becomes more predictable for you than
Mhm.
being unpredictable. Yeah. So that is my second point. Consistency.
Yes, be consistent. And to build on your point, I will say make sure that when you plan your goals or when you set up your goals, they're realistic. The reason why I say they're realistic is because if they're not motivating you or realistic, then any chance that you get something small that pushes you off that balance, you fall easily because your heart is not there. But if it's something that you do from deep down your heart, you know, like this is the goal I want, this is what I want, then no matter what, even if a needle is pressing you, you'll keep pressing on, you'll keep moving. And one method you can use to set goals that are realistic and motivating is by using the SMART method. SMART, where it's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and
And time best.
yes. So once you have it in that line, no matter what comes your way, you will be able to face anything that comes. But if it's something that I'm doing because of Coach J, then any chance I get to sneak out, I will do that. Happily do that. And then you'll say, you know what, I had a goal to do this, but it never works out because it was never your goal. So make sure you set up goals that are motivating you and realistic to you. Over to you.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, love using the
Mm-hmm.
smart way of achieving my goals. The
Mm-hmm.
moment you're specific about them, they are measurable, they will be attainable, they will be relevant, and they will be time best. And my next point was going to be time best.
Mm-hmm.
Always have a deadline for your goals,
Very true.
you know, and the deadline has to be realistic. Back to your point, Jay. The
Mm-hmm.
goals have to be realistic. Telling myself that I want the house complete in a year, it is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have to break it down, measure it, make sure by the time I break it down into this time I want this done, this time I want this done, I'm measuring, I'm making it measurable. And making it measurable, that means it's going to be time best. That
Mm-hmm.
by the end of the year, at least I have the roofing done and I can even live in my house while
Mm-hmm.
maybe I complete the ceiling or while I complete, but at least you've achieved your target of being able to complete the house. You
Mm-hmm.
know, there are those small tiny things that may not happen. Or even if it's a job, you know, you tell yourself, you know what, in the next 3 months, I'm going to be on LinkedIn, I'm going to be talking to employers, I'm going to be talking to agencies that recruit. You're going to try and put yourself out there. You give yourself that specific period of time. In 3 months, I'll be able to achieve or get this job that I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But if you tell yourself, you know what, when I get it, I get it, you never get it. You never get it. Because that means you're not having a time base. You don't have any time base for it. So you're
Mm-hmm.
just doing anything that comes along. But when you have a time base for your goals, it's very, very, very easy to achieve them, or it becomes easier to be
Mm-hmm.
achievable. So yeah, my point was time based.
Very interesting. I will link your point with my favorite point, mindset. When you talk about your goal, what words are you using? Are you talking about it in a positive way or a negative way? Well, my goal is to lose 5 kgs in 3 months, but I always have, but I can't go to the gym, I can't do at work, I can't do this. So you do have a goal, but you're blocking it by the words you're using. So the more you're using these negative words, the more your goal becomes like something that no matter if something just shows up, something unpredictable, well, you're done with it, Kalas, you're done with that. But if you set a goal that you talk positive things about it, you are proud of your goal, you're like, hi Jay, what's your goal? Oh, I'm planning to lose weight, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. I'm even energetic as I speak about it. But if you set up a goal and you're always negative talking about, or you want a promotion but you're always negative about the job you're after, how are you going to ever get that promotion? Because your mind is taking, our minds are programmed to pick mostly the negative things instead of the positive things. So the more you speak negative, the more your mind is picking up the negative things. The more you speak positive, they always say nature conspires to help you once you know what you want. So speak positive about your goals. Over to you.
That is very true, Jay. That is very, very true. The moment you put it out in the world, I'm a very, very strong believer of manifestation. That if
Mm-hmm.
I want something and I speak unto it and I keep speaking unto it, I'm going to start seeing it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I
Mm-hmm.
remember telling myself I want a blue car. You know what happened? I kept seeing blue cars all everywhere. Blue car, blue car, blue car, until I had to get myself one. So when I was looking for a car, when I was buying a car, I made sure it is blue because that is the color I put in my head. Mindset is everything.
You had
And I'm
visual.
glad our tech was mindset shift. Yes, Jay?
I'm saying you had visualized it. So no matter what, even if you was seeing a different color, you were like, no, this is not what I want. This, what are you looking for? Something blue. Okay, I have this one, and you're like, yes, this is what I want.
The only interesting thing is I wanted it to be a Range Rover Sport, blue Range Rover Sport. But
Mm-hmm.
financially, I knew I wasn't ready for it. Sometimes this is where my point is going to go to actionable.
Mm-hmm.
Your goals have to be actionable, my friend. Don't be unrealistic about yourself. Those 2 points move together.
Yeah.
Don't tell yourself, I want a Range Rover, and financially, you cannot achieve it yet. And you want it now. So I was in that set. I wanted the Range Rover, blue Range Rover now, specifically the Sport, blue Range Rover Sport. I wanted it like now, but financially, I wasn't able to. So I
Mm-hmm.
told myself I'll get what I can now, but blue, and then I will work towards getting that car.
Yeah, work
And I gave
towards.
myself 5 years.
That's good. At least now you have specific target time for you to work towards
Yes,
that. Yes.
yes. You're
Mm.
my accountability partner. So you'll be like, Jay, it is 5 years now. Where's the blue Range Rover Sport?
I'm thinking.
So actionable. Your
Okay.
goals should be actionable. They should be based on what you can control. If you
Mm-hmm.
cannot control it, please do not, because you're going to stress yourself. Why am I not getting the blue Range Rover? Why cannot? Coach J told me if I have my mindset on a blue Range Rover, I'm going to get it. How come? That means she is not a true coach. Like, you start having so many thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
which are unrealistic. So be
Mm-hmm.
realistic with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Make goals that are realistic and actionable, that you
Actionable.
can be able to control. They are in your control. Out of your control, please let it go. Because I had to let go of my blue Range Rover Sport. So you can also
You didn't
get
let it
what you can.
you postponed it because you realize it's not yet the time for it. So you had to go
Yes.
for what you could afford to get at this time. So my next point is
Very
going to be whose goal are you living on? Is it your goal or somebody else's goal? There is a difference between I want to lose 5 kgs in 3 months and my husband wants me to lose 5 kgs.
Are you talking about me?
But there's a very huge difference between those two statements. If the goal is mine, I will take whatever comes my way. It's like a business. No, if even if there are no customers, you will still continue because you have a goal as a business. But if as an employee it's not my business, I will not give it the same energy as the owner. So I'm asking you, is it your goal or is it somebody else's goal? And once you know the difference between the two, you will start now working better on your own goals because we find ourselves we live in other people's goals a lot of the times without even noticing. So be true to your own goals, and no matter what comes your way, you'll be able to move forward. Over to you.
So that was my last point. You spoke the point out of me.
Uh-huh.
Always, your goal should be purposeful to you. It has
Mm-hmm.
to be purposeful to you.
Mm-hmm.
J, it is believed that when you finance yourself into something, yeah, You
Mm-hmm.
want to study something, you finance it. You're going to put in, we're not like in high school where our parents were paying for us school fees and we're playing around with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, when you finance yourself to go back to school, you don't play around.
Very
You do
true.
not play. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen myself through this and I'm a testimony, and I'm sure you are a testimony.
Yes, I am.
When you finance yourself, you know the purpose of why
Mm-hmm.
you're doing what you're doing. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
when you give someone money, they don't know how much pain or how much what you're giving up to actually give them that money. So
Mm-hmm.
how they use it, even sometimes it may not even be as thoughtful as they would if it was their own. Yeah.
Very true. Very
So
true.
for me, when your goals are purposeful to you, I'm a purposeful coach, my friend. Okay, empowerment coach. But basically, I'm all about purpose. So,
Mm-hmm.
one thing I know is if you are all about purpose for you, not for Jay, for you, you're going
Mm-hmm.
to put in all the effort for you to achieve exactly what you want.
Very.
Whereas if someone is giving you on a silver plate, mm-mm, you're going to do the way you want. Because
Mm-hmm.
after all, the money is not mine invested in me.
Mm-hmm.
If I pass, I pass. If I don't, I don't. Kaliwali.
Yeah.
So, so that
Well,
was my last point.
to build on that
Purposeful.
point that you
Your
say,
goals.
mhm. To build on
Yes,
that
yeah.
point, I would like to say that apart from being purposeful, be visual with your goal. That's why you always encourage people to have the vision boards because in a day, our minds they get over 6,000 thoughts. So over 6,000 thoughts, how do you remember to stay focused with your goal? How do you remember to work on your goal? Maybe you can have like something in your wallet. Whenever you open your wallet, you see it there.
Yeah, Jana.
Maybe you have something pinned on the wall anytime you pass by that wall, or even your computer. You can have like something, a sticky note, just to remind you of what your goal is. So no matter what comes, you still have it imprinted in your mind. You've had people saying, 5 years ago, I wanted to. What happened? What happened? Actually, I forgot about that. You set something up and then you just forget about it. Our lives are busy, our lives are packed, you're juggling a lot of things, so you have to be very visuals for you to get towards your goal or to work towards your goal. And then the other thing is, set the point you mentioned about being realistic. Set goals that you like. Don't set something that you just feel like anytime you get a chance you want to run away, as we had said before. So I think we have exhausted our points for today.
Yeah. But I like that last point for vision. You
Mm,
should always, personally, I have a vision board. Every year I have a vision board. And it tells me, I'm always looking at my vision board. I'm like, okay, I put that I have to do an NLP course and I'm done with it. Oh my God. Clap for
clap.
yourself. Remember to clap for yourself. Come on. When you
Mhm.
achieve something out there that you put on your vision board, that you put in your journal, that you put in your notebook, that you put on your sticky notes, you see even Coach J has sticky notes up there. She reminds herself of her goals. Come on,
Yeah.
clap for yourself. It's not easy.
Mhm.
Sometimes we lose focus. A lot happens. So when you achieve what you put yourself out there to achieve, always clap for yourself.
Very true. Very, very true. So, as we conclude today's episode, I will leave everyone with a question. Are your dreams alive? Are they alive or they're just, since January we started 2022, your dream has just been sitting there. You've not taken the first step, you've not done anything, you're still waiting. And have you taken the courage to take the actionable steps for you to live that dream or that goal? Well, you can do it. And on the brighter side, Coach Jay and I are here. We can help you. We can hold your hand. We can guide you towards these goals because alone you can go far, but together you can go further. Our inboxes are open. You can DM us, you can email us, and we are happy to have that conversation with you. That's my last keynote point. I don't know if you have anything else to say, Coach Jay.
Yes, my last closure would be make realistic life goals, things that excite you. that when you actually achieve it, you're excited about it, you know. So that's all I can say, because personally, I'm always excited about achieving my goals. I'm literally excited to the moon. Like, I don't care who's clapping for me, I clap for myself. So remember to clap for yourself.
I am, because technology had decided to frustrate me.
We made it.
Yes, we did. Well, that's it for today. Thank you, all viewers. The recording is going to be on Facebook. Yeah, on my page. I'm going to share it on your page. Until next week, this is going to be our weekly dose with Coach Jane and Coach Jerry, or you can call us the J Squared Coaches. We are all about mindset and empowerment. We want you to glow. We want you to shine. We want you to grow, thrive. We only want nothing but the best for you. So if you have any questions for us, you can always hit us up. We'll be happy to answer where we can. If you're not able to answer, we will always point you to the right direction, because we don't know everything as well. We cannot lie about that. Other than that, it was lovely to catch up with you, Coach Jay. I will see you in our next meeting.
All right, pleasure. Stay
Oh,
safe and stay blessed.
okay, bye bye.